Jess and I are gonna head out and take a look at the bees and see how they're doing. It's the middle of July, so we're expecting probably another month before we actually harvest honey. But we wanna go out and do a hive inspection, see if we need to add some more frames. So some of the stuff we're gonna take out with us, we've got a couple of hive tools that help us pulling the frames out of the boxes and getting the boxes open. We probably won't need this today, but we'll bring it just in case we might wish we had it. This is for brushing bees off the hive frames. We've got our smoker, and we just got some red cedar shavings from a bee supply store. So we're hoping that'll help us keep the smoker running better. We've got a torch for lighting that, and then we have 4 sets of the frames to put a honey super on the top. So each one's got drawn out comb already on it. So hopefully they'll be able to add honey to it quickly if they want to, and hopefully that's the case right now. And then the last thing is our protective equipment. We've got our bee suits with gloves and head nets and stuff. So Jess and I are definitely not experts at the bees, but we're trying to learn. This is our 2nd year we've had them. We try to get in there when we can and take a look at what they've got going on. And then we go ask questions to people that have helped us in the past with learning about the bees. We rarely know exactly what we're seeing when we've got the hive open, but we do know what capped honey looks like and capped brood looks like. So we'll see what we find out here. The bee area has gotten pretty overgrown right now, but I'm probably not gonna weed whack that on a day when we're trying to get in there, because I don't want to annoy them any more than we need to. What do you got here?
A lilac bush, a magnolia, and a dogwood that we bought super cheap at Tractor Supply. Trying to put sticks around it so we don't mow over it. Not like fire on a hot July day.
Well, it seems to be pretty good. He said to get a fire going and then kind of put it out with, not put it out, but smother it with more wood. And we'll see how that holds up while we get ready. While we get our protective gear on, we'll let you know some of the things we're going to see in the hives. First, we'll smoke the bees. The smoke tricks the bees into thinking there's a fire, and they will have to move soon to find a new hive location. In preparation for moving, they will eat as much honey as they can to prepare for the trip. And this full belly apparently calms them.
The next thing we'll see is called propolis. This is essentially the glue that bees use to close up gaps they don't want and to glue together the different parts of their structure. You'll see it on the top of the frames as well as between the last frames and the box. It provides a ton of health benefits for not just the bees, but for humans as well. This picture shows a good amount of propolis along the top edge of the frames, as well as what we came here for. That is a frame full of honey. That's what's called capped honey. I believe the bees cap it when the moisture level is just right. Honey should be between 16 to 18% moisture. Above that, and it'll ferment in the bottle.
We will also see nectar in the hives, which the bees get from flowers. They eat what they need for energy, and then they transport extra back to the hive in their stomachs. Once back, they can deposit it into the honeycomb, and then other bees will either fan it to dry the moisture from it to make honey, or they will also eat the nectar and redeposit it into another section of the hive. This process turns the nectar into honey. To us, this just looks like uncapped honey, very shiny liquid filling the cells.
Finally, we'll see frames that show bees in various stages of development. A queen bee can lay around 2,000 eggs per day, which initially look like a little grain of rice in a cell of a frame. After 3 days, that grain of rice would have grown to look like a small white grub or worm, as you can see here. After about 5 days of growing as a grub, the worker bees will cover the cell with wax, and we'll see this as capped brood. At about day 21, the new bee will eat its way out of the wax cap and begin its duties as a member of the hive.
Oh no, bad. Not ideal. Well, I'll have to go one-handed.
Got it glued shut. Ooh, it looks like a lot. I see it, I see it.
Oh man, it looks great.
I almost feel like we should just check one and then just...
Okay, so on this side, it's only about 40% capped honey, and they say you want like 80% capped honey. What's the other side? Look, before you spin it. So same thing over here. That's all capped honey around the top and edges, but not in the middle. So we'd want to leave that one longer.
This one next to it looks like it's 100%.
Okay. What were you saying we should do what?
Just like check one or two, and if you feel like we need to put one on, just do it. You don't want to mess with them.
Oh, that looks so good. That's like 100% capped honey on this side.
Do smoke a little bit. They make me nervous right now.
Yep. So we're gonna put a little more smoke out. Last time out, Jess came to put these supers on and got stung twice through.
I just tried to do it way too fast, and they didn't bring the smoker. I feel like we should put one on, right?
Yeah.
What's going in there?
Oh, 100%. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab another super to put on top so they can make more honey there. So those are deeps too. There's a lot of honey in each one of those. So that'll give them some more space to make honey. And now we'll leave that one alone. We know the one on the other end here is pretty active, so we'll check that one out. Not sure if you can hear that, but they aren't loving it. Okay. Okay, so that one's like not quite half on that one.
Yeah, the one next to it looked exactly the same. You see that glue right there that they use to...
Propolis?
Yeah.
They glue the frames together, they glue the top and the bottoms together. Ooh, that does not look good.
Mm-mm.
Is it like wet on that side too?
It's like Gross.
Let me see it. That side. Yeah, the side on my side looked terrible.
Oh, I don't know.
Huh. Try this one right here. Looks like I can see honey bulging out there. Let's check that out. Okay, so we have just about half capped. Little, maybe about half capped there as well. But our frames, the foundation doesn't look very good down in there. Some of it looks like rotted. Not great. Not sure what we do about that yet, but
Should we just leave it, you think?
yeah, or put another, we
Little
could
one on?
put another little short on. It's obviously healthy. There's plenty of bees. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's healthy, but there are plenty of bees.
These are two. Those were our strong ones after winter. We were going to take these in and put them away. But when we came back to do that, they had bees working in them, so they weren't that clean. But we just decided to leave them and see what happens. And it looks like there's some stuff going on in there for sure.
This looks like capped brood on this side, how we can see I can see larvae in there. This is capped brood, and we can tell because it looks very octagon shaped, where the capped honey gets kind of coated over and it's not very, you can't see individual cells, but this is brood.
Can you see uncapped honey on that side?
Yeah, a lot of liquid, but I don't know what to make of it. Same over here, yeah. Okay, so we need to put another box on there. I don't know if they have anywhere to put honey because they're still putting brood everywhere.
Yeah, what we found last year was that these two hives also had bees move in, but I don't think they were able to establish a strong enough hive to make it through the winter.
This is the last box super we have with us. Want to pull another one at all, and just for learning's sake? Okay, so we have, hold on to it, please. The capped brood on the right-hand side there, and on the left-hand side, they're storing to feed the babies. You can see down in there, look like a white worm. That's larva.
Why would we put another box on if it's not?
Well, because I think that means they don't have anywhere to, they don't have enough room to make honey. And like store it. They are just having enough room to make babies.
Okay.
So we'll cap them.
Maybe we should put them on and not even touch these ones as far as taking any honey. Just leave them everything they make and see if they can make it through winter.
Good idea. So this one appears to have no activity here. I don't see any bees near the entrance. Yeah, and the boxes are coming up, so there's nothing going on in here.
Yep.
Yep, wasp nest, holy crap.
Okay.
So that's exciting. We've got a lot of honey in this one. This one, they're working on it, and I think we'll end up with a good haul next month. And then the one on the right here, we'll see if they put any out, but as Jess mentioned, maybe we should just not take any from them and let them try to survive through the winter. The other one, all we're doing there is growing wasps. We'll try to bring you back in August when we harvest.